Is it started?
I think we're live.
Okay.
Warm up the orchestra. Oh my gosh, that was beautiful. I turned the sound on Twitch and I watched it. Did you watch it, Adrian?
I did. I watched it because I have the I am the stage manager, so I saw it. But
I
we're
love
live
that
and people
we're
are hopefully see
live.
us.
And the set, I love that the set behind it was that Star Trek?
I don't know what Lorena made that.
Oh
That
yes.
opening thing, yeah. So.
Oh wait, we can't hear Lorena.
What did you do? You were fine.
She's
before.
a mime. Okay, y'all, this is Tech Week. This is the title of stream
Lorena,
is
did you mute yourself?
This is a bit. This is Lorena doing a clowning bit with us where she's a mime.
Can you say something and not mime? Okay, so
Ma'am.
what in the world? Like so it's not coming. I don't think you're coming over on. I don't think you're not muted in OBS Ninja.
We could hear you before.
I know. I don't know what's going on.
Did you wait? When's the last time we heard Lorena's voice? I haven't heard it in a while. Were you talking that entire last 10 minutes? We're sorry if we're talking over you.
So we're trying to do some things. So obviously we're using OBS this time. But we're doing some witchcraft to get it to stream to all of us.
But this is why we didn't tweet it out. This is Tech Week. This is the preview performance. So it's okay.
All right, Lorena, why don't you refresh your window with OBS Ninja and then come back in and we'll see if that works.
This is all why Tech Week exists. So
if
you're not familiar,
I have it set up to where whenever she's not here,
it's so cute. Yay!
Wow.
Your mic works.
Okay.
It's like we're the stage managers and we're like, her mic battery's not on. We gotta turn it on.
You got a mic. We need a mic pack battery. Mic pack battery.
Mic pack down.
Y'all, we did it.
Yay!
We're here. We're live. If y'all are just joining us, this is episode 2. Officially episode 2.
Yeah, officially episode 2.
Title of stream. You may notice this beautiful layout here. This is new. Stream bill. The Twitch theater. Oh my gosh, the Twitch theater. I did not notice the Twitch theater before.
See it? Yeah, it's a stream bill or the Twitch theater. Yeah.
That was my homework assignment from Adrian, so I made that last night.
It's beautiful.
I love it. A lot of Canva work going on here.
Oh my God, graphic design is our passion. Y'all, I guess I can tweet that we're live now.
Yeah.
Right? We should take a cute thumbnail picture and then we'll tweet it out. Okay, let's see.
I'm ready.
I'm gonna get ready. Here, I'll hold my playbill.
Oh yeah, I could hold a playbill. What playbill do I hold? No, now I have choices. I'm doing.
Do you guys have these?
I'm doing this one.
I have books. I have the playbill book here.
That has, I don't have enough of them.
I have 3 books here. We can go through the playbills of Chloe Past.
Yeah.
On the show today. Let me grab them.
I grabbed mine too. These are just the playbills since I moved to New York. I moved here 2.5 years ago, but keep in mind there's been no live theater for a year. So this is 18 months of living in New York.
I have boxes
Lorena,
in my closet. Yeah.
You are a patron of the arts.
I am. I saw I think close to 150 shows in my 18 months here before the Panera.
What was your favorite?
This was one of them.
Oh, that one was very good. Yes.
Wait, which one? Sorry, I was in a different tab.
Oh.
The Prom.
Yes.
Which I've not seen or watched yet.
Fine.
I hear good things.
Don't pirate things off the internet, folks. Find a pirated version of the stage musical. It's better than the Netflix movie.
Okay, let's take our thumbnail.
Okay,
We'll do our marketing segment. Okay, hold on. This part is called marketing, and it's where we take a photo at the beginning of the show.
Mhm.
And okay, wait. I gotta pick
I
what
don't
playbill to
have
hold
I
open.
don't have a thing.
Look, we can Photoshop it in. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna open it up to Lorena's favorite show,
Yeah.
Spelling bee.
Spelling Bee. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna multi-hand. This is very profesh. Okay, ready?
Mhm.
Do you want to do a jazz hand, Adrian? Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay, we did it.
I was like, I don't know how. There's like a
Okay.
weird mirror thing going on.
I'm gonna tweet this out, but y'all, how's everybody doing? It's been a week.
So
How goes the life in New York?
it's great, but Lorena and I have another reveal for you.
We do.
Yeah.
Wait, should I wait until I tweet it? Do we want more people on the stream before we reveal?
I mean, I think we can do it at any time, but
Okay,
it would
reveal,
help-
reveal.
It would help if there are people in the chat. So if you could send us some emotes. So send us some messages that involve emotes.
Wait, does it have to be on someone's channel?
It could be on
That's
any
what
of
I think.
ours.
Any channel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
I programmed this for like all of us.
Oh. Okay. I just comment one?
Yeah. Just put in an emote and hopefully.
Is that an
Working.
emote? We got a thumbs up in my chat.
Is it not working? Oh,
The audacity.
wait a minute. Let me look.
Okay, I'm gonna tweet.
Overlay.
If you're just joining us, this is Tech Week, and if you're not familiar with what Tech Week is, which I'm realizing probably most people who subscribe to my channel, and maybe even Adrian's channel, I'm gonna assume, Lorena, most of your followers know what Tech Week is.
I'm gonna assume that any of my
Oh.
followers only found me because they are already following one of you two.
Okay, then we're gonna say that, like, raise your hand in the chat, or tell us in the chat if you know what Tech Week is, because we will give an explanation shortly.
I didn't change it from being local host. Give me a second.
Oh
Okay.
no!
It's okay. It's Tech Week. That's what Tech Week
Yeah.
is for. Okay, so Tech
To
Week,
work all the
y'all.
bugs out.
Oh.
Uh-oh. We're in
Oh, no.
error.
Yay, weird error.
We're
It's
one big
because, That's because
error.
this is everywhere. No.
Okay, I'm tweeting. This is the content people came here for.
Why is this?
We're
Okay.
back though.
We're
yeah,
back.
I hit it.
Wait, during that, did that 404 error remove your glasses?
No, I took them off. They're sitting a little askew, and it's like
Oh, yes.
bothering me since I have to look at myself. So I just took them off. So
Lorena,
I'll-
I have a box in my living room to send you that has some pink headphones in them on their way coming to
we
you.
can be
very soon.
twins.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna tweet out. Do you like musicals? Do you like coding? Do we have a stream for you? And then I'll put overture or like underscoring begins to play. Okay, I gotta put the picture of us. That's the most important part. I'm cool with 404, but 418 is my favorite HTTP status code. We're so sorry to
Is that-
disappoint.
that's not the I'm a little teapot, is it?
Is it? Okay, I love this picture.
Things are
Adrian looks like
not-
Mr. Mime.
I'm stuck in this playbill.
Do you like musicals? Do you like coding? Do we have a show for you? Join us today for
I don't
Tech
know.
Week.
So I got a new keyboard, but the like control and alt keys and things are not working on it yet. So I need to figure out how to program those.
Ooh, I can help you with that.
I just haven't done anything except plug it into my computer.
It's probably because you have it set up on Windows keyboard. That's what always happens when I get my new keyboards. I just set up a
Yeah.
new one. Shout out to Cassidoo and Sealer HG for the new Astrala keys set. I'm so obsessed with it.
Ooh,
Uh,
fancy.
it's so
Okay.
weird. I'm like,
I'm just excited to have like a clackety keyboard. I'll get some fun keys for it
Are you
later.
watching? Oh.
I saw
what
it.
the heck? Do it again. I missed it.
So it's not working. Like for some odd reason, it's not resolving on Netlify. But so yeah. So add some more emojis. Make it rain. Do you see them? Oh my gosh! It's raining
It's
Chloe's.
me. Okay, this gives me incentive to add more emotes now.
Right?
Oh my god. How did you do this?
I did it with
Wait, did they stay down there forever?
they eventually they'll go away. So they'll
Oh,
like
I want them to
up.
pile up so we're like,
Yeah.
Covered. Like,
So I don't know why it's not running on like our Netlify site because I posted it, but it's saying like page could not be found, which is very interesting.
but it's working
But
here.
I'm running it locally now, so it's actually like working. Oh, you saw like some went away. It's
Oh.
raining Daniels.
what?
This is so fun. We're magical.
This is
Yeah.
so cool. Wait, so how did you make this? You just are
Uh,
using different like parts
so-
of the Twitch API?
Yeah, so I'm using a library called TMI, which
Cute.
probably stands for Twitch something something. But it
Too
connects
much
to
information. Too much
information.
emojis.
but it's reading in our chat, and it's looking for the use of emotes, and if you use it, it loops through and it adds it. And so I took something from Jason Langdorf, his scenes, and I built in the little thing. Yeah. So now as we're chatting, people are welcome to throw things around or to throw emojis in.
So you're saying, hypothetically, if we have a guest on the show, we could put in their Twitch handle too, and we would get emotes from their channel as well?
Well,
If we streamed to their channel.
So right now, I'm not limiting what emotes could be used. I think in the future
Mm-hmm.
we can limit it to ours, so that way it gives people incentive to like subscribe.
And use our emojis.
But yeah, and use our emojis. So like right now, any of them that are out there. So if like somebody comes to watch the guest and they're subscribed to that guest's channel, they can use those emotes. But I gotta
This
figure
is
out
very
why the
exciting.
online, like why the deployed version's not working.
I'm obsessed with this, Adrian. You're doing the Lord's work. Like, and you're also inspiring me to make some emotes that are theater themed, like maybe a little playbill with like
Maybe.
my face on it. A stream bill, if you will, a stream bill. Okay, I'm tagging this picture, this very cute picture of us. Okay, so hold on. Let me tweet this and then we're going to explain what Tech Week is. We promise. Now I'm just checking for typos. Join us today for Tech Week, aka us getting our OBS stuff in order. Send. Oh, should we tag Playbill? Yes. Why not?
I was like, don't get us sued. It's a stream bill. It's a stream
It's
bill.
a stream bill.
Yeah.
They don't
Okay,
they
there we
didn't
go.
copyright like a yellow block at the top of something. did they?
Yeah. I don't think so.
I hope
And
not.
now I'm like looking at my more recent playbills and they no longer have like a white border on them. So now we're not exactly duplicating them
Oh,
anyway.
it's true. This is classic. This is classic playbill.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm like, yeah, I'm looking at my newer ones and they're different now.
I
That is
do
true.
think in June we need to switch to the Pride stream bill.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
obvi.
And,
Okay.
And after a certain point in time, we all just go black and white.
So y'all, you know what we should have done for this first stream? So like on opening night of shows, they'll have the little like gold. Let's see, I probably have one for Cursed Child or something. They have like the little gold embossed thing at the bottom that's like opening night or
Oh.
I don't think I've ever been to something
Yeah, I
on
don't think I've
opening
been to an
night.
opening night one.
I think I've
That's-
only so this was an SF, but this is the only one I've been to, and it had this special like it was always also World AIDS Day, I think. So this got this special thing here. But real quick, Tech Week. before we forget, if you're joining this stream and you don't know what Tech Week is, first of all, hi PJF. Oh my gosh, musical. Absolutely. It is a musical show that if you're not familiar with title of stream, it's not just us forgetting to put in the name of our stream.
No.
It is referring, of course, to a musical called Title of Show. And we're calling this episode Tech Week. Tech Week is a musical, yes? In a way. So Tech Week is the week before opening night, where all of the like costumes and sets and lights and
where all the technical elements come together for the first time.
If you're looking for a wonderful episode of television that will explain what Tech Week is, I highly, highly recommend the recent season of Pen 15, where they put on a Tech Week, and it is one of the funniest things that I've ever seen, especially as someone who has been in Tech Week. But Tech Week has shown up in pop culture a lot, like Smash. Don't propose to anybody during Tech Week. I'm realizing most people who watch Smash probably also know what Tech Week is, so that's not super useful. But y'all have been in Tech Weeks before, right, Adrienne? Right,
Yep.
Marina?
Yes. Many a Tech Week.
And they call
So
it,
many.
I also say they call it Hell Week. Like it's an industry term to call it Hell Week because everything goes wrong, catches on fire, metaphorically and literally, which is why we called this episode Tech Week. And if you watch the first couple minutes, we're struggling, we're on the struggle bus, and we'll continue to be on the struggle bus for majority of the stream because this is our Tech Week show where we're figuring out the tech.
Ooh.
But before, what is that, a banana?
They're like little, I think they're like the Shazam lightning.
Oh, I thought it was
Ooh.
that Pokemon in the show.
Yeah, oh, Metapod? No.
Yeah, it was a Metapod.
I'm looking at the messages that sent it, and I think it's like the Shazam lightning.
Oh, yay. PGF says, I didn't realize this was an actual theater term. This makes it even better. I'm so excited. Yeah, Tech
Yeah.
Week is literally like when all the tech comes in. Do you have any good Tech Week stories, y'all? I'm trying to think of some from my many years of theater where something is gone awry.
Nintendo Nerd says, love never sleeping, spending a lot of time sitting on a concrete theater floor. Get into a Tech Week.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
I was just going to say, when I was in high school and I was very, very obsessed with theater and convinced that it was going to be my life, and I was one of 2 actors that didn't get cast in the spring musical,
Oh my God.
but I did work on the tech crew. I stayed at the theater until like 3 o'clock in the morning working on sets. I'm a high school student. I'm at school and the teacher is keeping people there that late. And my mom was just like, I give up on you. If somebody can give you a ride home, you can stay, but I'm not picking you up later.
I feel like I've been in Tech Week a majority of my life because I grew up in Tech Week because both of my parents were in the theater. So oftentimes I was like doing my homework or like sleeping in the costume shop during a Tech Week. I'm trying to think of like things that have gone awry during Tech Week. My dad used to very intentionally preview shows usually come after Tech Week, which are like shows with an invited audience where you may or may not start or stop. And my dad, being the creative artistic director that he is, would always intentionally stop during a preview because he would come out before and be like, okay, everyone, welcome to a preview. We may do a stop and start here, blah, blah, blah. But audiences love to see behind the scenes. So like he would always do like, hold, we're just gonna like reset that because the audience would be like, oh, look, they're like stopping the show. We get to see what goes on. And I feel like that's what this episode is, literally, because we've already done that.
So when I saw Falsettos while it was still in previews here on Broadway,
With
and
Andrew
there's
Rannells.
yes.
Oh, love him.
And so crazy thing with Falsettos is Stephanie J. Block got sick and got laryngitis, and then her understudy got sick and got laryngitis. So like the second understudy had to go on during previews, which also people who work in theater know the understudies don't really get rehearsal time until the show is up and running.
Yeah.
So she literally had script in hand because she had never had a rehearsal because she was the second understudy for one of the big name leads. So she was not, prepared at all. But she was a pro. Like, it still was fantastic. You barely noticed she had a script in her hand, but it was cool to get to see that, like, that's a behind the scenes element that you wouldn't normally see once a show is officially open.
Yeah. Oh, I love seeing understudies go on. Having been an understudy myself, like there's just something so magical about someone getting to go on stage and like play the part that they've been really wanting to play. Have
Yeah.
you ever understudied anyone, y'all?
No, we didn't. I
Not
mean,
really.
I did like theater and or like theater being like a drama club in college. So like we had 2 shows, and so we didn't really have yeah, we didn't really have understudies.
Oh my gosh, Jorge in the comments. Same reason why gag reels are a thing. We love to see the behind the scenes things. I have spent so much of my core watching blooper reels just to like feel
Oh.
something.
Love it. Love it. Yeah.
Do you have any favorite viral musical theater bloopers, maybe from a show or tech week that isn't yours? I love that Peter Pan video, not from Broadway, but there's like the Peter Pan mishap video that they talked about on This American Life, where like everything goes wrong, the flying equipment, like Peter's running into like walls and everything.
Oh my gosh. I have not seen that one.
It's so good. I should drop a link in the chat. I also really love, there's like a whole compilation online that's like Broadway bloopers where different like turntables and Les Mis and like beds don't get pushed out because we rely so much on like the tech, the literal tech of the show. Yeah, I miss live theater, y'all. I really miss it.
Yeah.
But what's happening? I think on the 30th of this month, Broadway Cares is doing Broadway Backwards, and it's virtual this year. So anyone can go to the Broadway Cares website and sign up to get a virtual ticket and watch it. So I've been going to it, the actual performance every year, and it's amazing. So Broadway Backwards, for those who don't know what it is, it's members of the Broadway community come together and they do this performance and they swap the roles. So if it was a guy, like it could be a guy singing a song made for the girls, or like it could be if it's like a duet between a guy and a girl, it could be between a girl and a girl, or a guy and a guy, and it's fun.
Yeah,
Are
I
they
got to
also
go one time. It was showing when I was passing through on tour, and it was like last row, corner of the balcony was the only seat I could afford, but it was still amazing.
This is different than Easter Bonnet, right? That's also coming up,
yeah,
right?
Easter Bonnet. Well, it would have been, I think. It's around the same time. So I don't know if they're doing an Easter Bonnet this year.
We'll have to
But
check.
yeah, like,
Maybe
it's
that'll
just-
be
it's another
virtual
fundraiser.
too.
You know what I can't believe, and actually I wasn't going to share this with anyone, but this is the perfect stream to share it. Today, I retweeted something that was like, it's Stephen Sondheim's birthday, and I got really emotional because they tweeted this beautiful video of Marin Mazzie singing Losing My Mind from Follies, and R.I.P. Marin Mazzie, amazing Broadway performer. But I was watching this video and it was like, happy 91st birthday, Stephen Sondheim. And I was like,
He is old.
but
Oh,
we've been in
wow.
the Panini a whole year, because remember at the start of the Panini, they did that 90th birthday celebration with like Neil Patrick Harris, like rapping as the witch. I cannot believe it has been a year since we like had to watch. That was like the first digital concert we had to watch. We had to watch because it was Sondheim.
But yeah, Friday was exactly 52 weeks after I got laid off from my job.
Oh my
And
goodness.
incidentally, Friday is also the day that I got my first job offer in tech.
What? Okay, I was so excited. I'm so glad that you brought this up, Larita, because I was like, I don't know if we're gonna share this on the show,
Yeah.
but like,
I'm not going to say the company because I don't want to like
No, no,
jinx
no.
anything. But yes, I signed a contract today for my first job as an engineer.
Fancy.
I will work on a applause and laughter
Can we drop some champagne bottles? Like, what emote works for this?
on my screen.
So I'm like, I can drop some champagne bottles for myself.
Lorena, I'm
Popping
so
bottles in the
freaking
ice.
excited for you. Like this. So wait, it was the Friday, the anniversary Friday of you
Let's do it.
getting laid
Being
off.
laid off. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was meant to
So-
be.
Yeah. So technically, Saturday was the 365 days, like if you're looking at the actual calendar day. But
Wait a second. But what you're failing to like humble brag about, which I am gonna brag the F out of this right now, is So you were laid off 365 days ago,
Yes.
but you started to learn to code how soon after that?
I started really learning to code in May of last year. I started
Okay.
fooling around with code and some free resources in like early April. So like pretty quickly after the pandemic started, I started like playing around with things, and then I enrolled in Hackbright in May.
Ma'am, that is amazing, and I'm so happy. That's so cool. Like, imagine talking to yourself a year ago today. Would you ever imagine? Would you
No.
ever imagine?
No.
I'm so. This is the best. This is the best news. I'm just like, I need to. I need to sing. No. I wish I had prepared a song. I'm like, what is a good song to sing to celebrate?
I mean,
Right.
I no longer have to sing chorus line constantly.
Okay, take that out of your 16-bar audition
Yeah.
book. No more chorus line. Now it's what is like?
Yeah.
Oh, look at my name up on that list. Does someone know that I exist? That was my soundtrack for all of Hackbright. I listened to so much Legally Blonde the musical on the elliptical, and
Mhm.
I was like, maybe someday my name will be on a list, and it was. It was on a women in crypto and blockchain influencer list, which I am neither one of. That's a story
Well,
for
you are
another day.
a woman, and
I
you
am a
are
woman.
an influential woman in tech, just not in blockchain and
Oh,
whatever
we got
else you
Chloe
said.
Reverb on point for singing too.
Ah! What does that mean?
I don't know.
Are we getting
It's
are we getting
reverb.
echo through somewhere?
I don't. Are we? Do I need to turn something off?
I don't know. I
I'm
don't
not
think-
hearing any
I
echo.
think
Let us know
I
if you
think
hear an
it's-
echo in the chat. If I have something
Yeah.
open or something, it's probably me.
We have so much like wizardry and witchcraft like making the stream happen. Like
We
I just
truly do.
noticed that like the emotes that are dropping are smaller because I built all this for 1080p, and like StreamYard streams us at 720, and so
Oh, everything got little.
There's an echo. Interesting. Okay. Is
Huh.
it me?
Hmm,
From
sounds like
Chloe.
Oh,
It's me. I think I know why.
I think it's because you're auto-tuned a little bit.
Oh
I
my
was like,
gosh.
do I have my headphones up too loud? I know that causes problems when I'm podcast recording
It could
sometimes.
be. It
You
could
end
also
up-
be me.
It
Yeah,
might be me. I'm gonna turn my phone off. Let me know if this helps, y'all.
I'm gonna turn down my volume just a tad.
Okay, Lorena, I'm just like so excited. This is what a treat, what a dream. Didn't realize this is when we originally planned this stream, we did not think it was going to be a celebratory stream. But okay, for those who don't know, if you're just joining us, Lorena is a professional clown turned engineer. She was a full-time clown. I think, okay, so we are in Tech Week. This is where
Yeah.
we figure out all the bugs and things with our tech stuff. Also, let us know if you can still hear the echo. I think it was probably me. It was probably
it
my
might
phone.
be coming. It might be coming through my mic because I don't have. I don't have it going through here because I have something else going through here.
Ah,
I need more
Oh.
headphones.
Adrian, is it because do you need to? This happens to me sometimes. Do you need to mute the tab that StreamYard is in?
I'm black holing that.
Oh, okay. Weird. Only Adrian isn't echoing. Aha.
interesting.
Sir? Sir.
So I bet it's everything coming back like from the. Hold on. I'm going to.
All coming back to me now. There's no Celine Dion
Okay,
musical. we can't.
I'm gonna mute my speakers and then you guys talk and then see. If
Hello,
oh, wait,
testing, testing.
I haven't
I should have a better testing.
Paradise. We're knocking on heaven's door. No. Let's see. What other musicals can we bring? Oh, here. I'll just talk about my playbills while we test.
Oh
it.
yes,
Ah.
yes. We can compare some
can't hear.
playbills. I'll see
It
if I
says
have any of the
success.
same
Now that
ones.
you've turned it
Oh.
off, it says success.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I can do this. I just hear myself back in this.
Ah,
That sucks.
Yeah.
so now you have an echo of yourself, but none of our viewers have an echo.
Wait, Adrian, you
Yeah.
can click out of StreamYard.
No, it's not a StreamYard thing.
Mm. Mhm.
It's the way that we're putting audio into StreamYard, and so everything's coming over on the monitor, and the monitor goes into these
Ah.
headphones, and I'm included in that. So I hear myself, and then I hear myself coming through the monitor.
On these new Macs, on these new M1 Macs, you can, if you click on the sound thing in the top, you can turn down volume based on the different thingies.
Yeah, it's not that here in this case.
Oh.
Yeah. So like
Welcome to Tech Week.
if I had
Yeah,
another set of
100%
headphones?
authentic Tech Week content, PJ.
Yeah.
I agree.
Wait.
We need a God mic. If you don't know what a God mic is, it's when the stage manager has headphones on just like these, and they're like, "Okay, everyone, places for Act 1, places for Act 1." Can you believe that these actors are so late? Oh my God, I can't. These actors are such divas. Oh, is my mic still on?
Oh,
my-
whoops.
I'm trying to think of any mishaps. My dad did do a production, I want to say of Midsummer Night's Dream that I was in once, where someone went to the bathroom with their mic on and there was a toilet flush. So that was really exciting.
No.
Okay,
I've
playbill.
Yeah. What's your favorite playbills? I have so many playbills here. I'm just gonna like whatever's on the top is gonna be what's interesting.
I'm gonna have to go through all of them to decide which one is the best. But
Love that show.
Spelling Bee, which I had the pleasure
won't deal
of
with it.
being in.
Oh.
This one was, This is a Cheetah Rivera,
Mm.
The Dancer's Life.
I haven't even heard of that one.
It's okay. Love Cheetah. I don't think this show. It was one of those shows where it was like, okay, this is my impression of the show. A song, and a dance. I remember when I was on the set of West Side Story, things got
it.
really crazy. I like to be in a mare. Anyway, then me and Dick Van Dyke hung out. It was like one of those like memoir things.
Yeah. Got it.
Then I've got, what do I've got here? Oh, The Woman in White.
Oh, was that in the US or did you see it in the UK?
This is in the US, and it was really interesting because the whole hype around this show at the time was they have no sets. It's all projected.
Oh
It's
God,
just
it was
all
horrible.
projected onto the wall. And I was
It
like,
was so awful.
this is putting set designers out of work. And it was like supposed to be this huge innovative thing. And I was like,
Yeah, this huge like technological innovation, and it like gave me vertigo, and it was like really mediocre computer graphics because it was what, like 2002.
also,
Like,
I
it was-
thought people would appreciate that the ad campaign this season of Broadway was Gwyneth Paltrow this is Gwyneth Paltrow, pre-Goop.
Oh yeah.
Pre-Goop era in every playbill.
One of my very dear friends who I have known since I was 2 years old. If you guys have seen like Goop things, and they talk about the emotional vampire repellent, my friend makes that.
Oh my
Oh.
God. Wait, that's kind of perfect because there's a show from title of show called Die Vampire.
Yeah,
Die Vampire Die.
yeah. That
Spam
I mean,
lot.
it's an aromatherapy mist, so it's like, aromatherapy to like cleanse emotional energy from you, but it's called like the emotional vampire repellent.
I love that. Have you seen has anybody in the chat or either of you watched What We Do in the Shadows, the movie or
No.
the TV series?
No.
There's a vampire on it that's an emotional sucking vampire, so he just is like really boring and like difficult to be around. Okay,
So
we
something
got-
you'll learn about me is if you ask me if I've seen a TV show, 99.9% of the time the answer will be no, I haven't seen it, unless it's Buffy the Vampire Slayer, or like some other 1990s
Roswell.
WB series. Yeah, Roswell, Angel, Gilmore Girls, Seventh Heaven, Smallville. Seen it. Anything else that's like happened since like 2002 and not on the WB, haven't seen it.
Tell me why I opened up this Spamalot playbill and then it opened to here and I was like, oh, whose autograph did I get? And it's just the Lancome logo at the bottom. Sweeney Todd with Patti LuPone, the John Doyle
Ugh.
production.
I saw the John Doyle production in London before it came to the US. So it wasn't with Patti LuPone, but it was with other cool people.
What is this?
I fixed my echo. I
Yay!
just turned off the monitor.
Oh.
So we just have to believe that the audio is being broadcasted out. I can see the audio mixer going, so
Got
it's
it.
fine.
My dad made me go to a play. This is back when I
Yeah.
traveled
Yeah.
with my dad. So we got Doubt. We got, gosh, Gwyneth Paltrow was killing it this season of Broadway. She's in every playbill. The
She
Light in the
bought She bought
Piazza.
the big package.
I also keep all of the understudy
Oh, me
things
too.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
because oftentimes, which you'll recognize these names, David Burnham went on as Fabrizio for this performance. Let's see. What
This
else
is
do I
the
have?
very last show I saw in New York before the
What? I've
shutdown.
not heard of this.
It was at the at one of in the Roundabout Black Box. So it
Okay.
was like Roundabout has a Broadway space, but this was not their Broadway space.
Oh, okay.
And it was a new small musical. It was like 8 people. I saw it the night before. I saw it on March 12th, March 11th, and then Broadway shut down on March 12th.
It's called Darling
Grenadine.
Grenadine. Is it a musical?
Yes, was a musical.
Oh.
And then this is 2 nights before Broadway shut down. I saw Unsinkable Molly Brown with
Oh, is that with
Beth Malone. Beth Malone from Fun Home.
Love her.
And it was interesting. I actually wasn't familiar with Unsinkable Molly Brown, but it was also like a complete rewrite of the musical. So it's probably a good thing that I wasn't familiar with the original version. So it's very different.
Familiar with one song from Unsinkable Molly Brown. So as a kid, I rented every single Blockbuster movie from A to Z because our musical section, sorry, not every movie, every musical.
Every musical.
I was
Got
like,
it.
that's
Got
a
it.
lot.
It was like one stanchion. And
Yeah,
so it was like, but it was like, you know how some Blockbusters have weird, obscure musicals? So they would have like, you know, normal ones like The Wiz and like, you know, I can't think of any Newsies and all this stuff. But then they would have like
Footloose.
that weird Baryshnikov, like The Red Shoes, which was
Yeah.
like a movie with music where like a child should not have been watching this. But I remember like just going through all of the different ones and wait, what were we talking about before? I totally forgot. I had coffee.
Shows, playbills. I talked about the last Unsinkable Molly Brown.
Oh yes,
The last
and
things I saw.
I remember renting Unsinkable Molly Brown and only watching and mind you, I watched every single musical all the way through with maybe the exception of Rocky Horror Picture Show because I was a kid and I was like, this is too sexual for a young child. Like I was monitoring my own
The
content.
video store I worked at, they had Rocky Horror Picture Show in the horror section. And I was like, this needs to go. I was like, this needs to be moved to the musicals. And they're like, no, it has
says
horror in the
horror.
name.
In the title, it's obviously a horror film.
It's like,
So I have Chloe's stream open so I can have the chat bar, but that means I'm also earning subscriber points for Chloe
Yeah,
while
get those
we are
points.
actively streaming.
Controversial, but I did not enjoy. I like Phantom. I like the music of Phantom, but I did not enjoy this production because people just talked through the whole damn thing. It's very touristy
in
show.
the audience?
Super
Yeah, the
annoying.
last time that I saw Phantom was with some people when I was on the circus, and it was with 2 kids. I mean, I shouldn't say kids, they were adults, but they were actually born and raised in Brooklyn, but had never seen a Broadway show. And so when we passed through New York on tour with the circus, then we were like, we're taking you to a Broadway show. We should go see Phantom. Also, Phantom is on Monday nights, which is our only day off work. And they thought it was magical. So I was so glad they had a good experience, but literally full of tourists talking, texting, taking pictures the entire fucking show.
Here's the thing, y'all. If you're tuning in and you're not a theater person, I have people who reach out to me all the time pre-Panera, and they're
Turn
like,
off
"Chloe,
your phone, put it away. Doesn't
put it
matter.
away." But also, like, if you're gonna go to New York, if you're gonna spend that much money on a show, and you're gonna see a show on Broadway, do not see something that's been running like 25 years. See an original Broadway cast because that's what you're paying for. You're paying for the
That's
unique.
where it's at.
And to give people an idea, like if you see Phantom or you see Chicago now, like you're seeing the 25th or 26th Roxy, or even in Wicked, like you're seeing the 7th or 8th Elphaba that's been in there.
Oh, it's
There's
more than 7 or 8 at this point, I feel like, isn't it?
Oh yeah, with the national tours and stuff. But like if you're not a theater person and you're looking for theater to go see, like read reviews or ask one of us, but like don't go to the things that have been running a long time. I think that's really safe if you're like, I think things like Book of Mormon are great, things that have been, you know, but there's something about these shows. Like Chicago is a great musical, but it's a lot of stunt casting. We love Brandy. We love who else has been in it. Can't think anybody else who's been in Chicago. But if you get the chance to see an original Broadway show, it's magical. I
Ooh.
wanted to watch Ben Platt. We love Ben Platt.
I got this. I saw Ben Platt in Dear Evan Hansen.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you follow his brother on Instagram or TikTok or whatever?
I don't specifically follow them. They have to like pop up.
They've been doing this thing called board belting. Well, they'll be like, and they'll just like riff something, but just like look really unamused, and it's interesting content for the core. Do you guys know this one, Altar Boys?
I've heard of it. I've never seen it. I'm
Yeah,
familiar
I've
with
heard
it
of it.
though.
I've never seen it.
That's okay. I'm trying to find the interesting ones.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Jersey
I've-
Boys.
I've
out
got
of-
like a bunch of versions of these. I've seen this show a lot.
I'm out of Chloe emotes.
Uh-oh.
We need more emotes. So
Oh no, did people use them up? Do you
No, I
only
gotta
get-
make more.
Oh, okay.
Make more.
I'm like,
Thanks
how
for
does that
following
work?
Goldilocks and the Bear. I love that name. I played Goldilocks in a children's musical once.
I did too, actually. I'm like trying to think. It was a show where I played a bunch of different characters. Like it went through a bunch of fairy tales, but I was like all the ingenues. So
I love
I was
it.
definitely would have been Goldilocks because I was like the only person under the age of 60 working in this children's theater. So I was like, this is the only time I'm ever an ingenue in my life. I'm like a fat, funny girl. Like nobody casts me as an ingenue in a real theater, but this children's theater where everyone is my grandparents' age, I'm golden.
Something that I love about tech that Lorena, I'm so excited for you to now with your new job, now that you're working in tech with us, is in theater, and I'm sure both of you felt the same way, like as a performer, you do not get to choose what you get to play. And I don't even mean that like what you get cast as, but just like existing and looking a certain way puts you like I can never play. Well, I can't play a lot of things, but like I want to
You're
play.
not going to be a grandma.
I'm not
I,
gonna
on
be
the
a
other
grandma.
hand, get cast as Yenta in Fiddler on the Roof at age 21
Sure.
because I'm chubby and funny. And they put a lot of old age makeup on me.
And I feel like you get in theater, you don't really get to choose. I love performing, and it's really fun when you find like what that niche is. Like for me, I played a lot of ingenues, but then I loved playing quirky sidekicks, like being the like comedic relief. I was like, this is my jam. I love this. But there is something so satisfying about working in tech and having complete control over like what specialty or interest that you go into, because no one's gonna, well, unless you're a woman, they're not gonna be like, you're not supposed to be here. That's a show for another day. But I feel so much more like I can control like when I think about, I mean, Lorena, you just got done with whiteboarding interviews. What do you think is harder, whiteboarding or auditioning?
Oh God, they're both pretty nerve-wracking for me, to be honest. It's
Which one
funny,
would you
so
rather do right now?
my front door is being knocked upon, which is very strange. I'll be right back.
Okay. This will
All right,
be
edit
Please
it
look
out.
at my
We're calling
messy
it.
apartment.
Okay. Be all right. Adrian,
Yes.
what's your favorite musical
Oh my gosh.
other than Prom?
other than Prom. So I think last week when we went over favorite musicals, it's hard for me because it's kind of a tie. So it's Next to Normal and A New Brain. That's what I've been saying, telling people.
What is A New Brain about? Literally getting a new brain?
There is a songwriter, and he has an aneurysm.
Okay.
So like he's writing a song. You would like it because he writes songs for a guy
talking about
in
New
a
Brain
frog
again?
costume. Yeah, he writes songs for a guy in a frog costume to sing in it on the children's show. But
Wait, in the musical?
yeah, that's his job.
profession.
Is
Yeah.
this a William Finn musical?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
what I thought. Okay.
And he collapses from like a brain aneurysm, and he has to have surgery, and it's going through all the like he might not make it, and lots of different things. But I love the music, and Anna Gasteyer played his mom in the version that I saw. And so if you go on Spotify and look up A New Brain, like Anna Gasteyer is singing on that.
I'm definitely familiar with some like 16 bar audition cuts from that show.
Yeah. It's
Like,
a
I'd Rather Be
great
Sailing?
show. Kristen Chenoweth was in the original production.
That's right.
Like
Oh.
young Kristen Chenoweth is the female nurse in the original.
Oh,
That's right. I'm gonna
That's
listen to this.
another show where I played an old Jewish
the
woman in
thin
my
nurse.
early 20s.
Would you also say that your clown character was kind of like an old?
She was an old woman.
She was
Yeah,
an old
she was.
woman.
I like to say she was a crazy auntie. Like she wasn't quite a
Sure.
grandma.
Yeah.
She was like your eccentric aunt, your eccentric lesbian aunt.
Like a Miss Frizzle type. I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I love. We're just going over favorite musicals, but y'all, I think we should talk about what we want to do on this stream. Like,
I
what
know.
should this
What are we
stream
gonna do for
be?
next week?
So
And-
we figured
and-
out a majority of the tech for Tech
Yeah.
Week.
Mhm.
And we do have the ability to bring in guests.
We
So if we
do.
want to bring in tech as in our job tech,
Yeah.
tech people who love theater, and
Yeah.
then maybe they could teach us something or go over something.
I know a bunch of theater tech
yeah.
people to invite. I feel like, okay, should we ask them? Okay, I feel like that we can have them bring stuff to do, but should we also like have a set of questions that we ask each guest?
I think we should have the questions. I think I like the idea of having a segment where we do dramatic reads of Twitter conversations.
Yes.
Yes. Okay,
I
wait,
like
tell
this
me
very
more.
much.
Like what
Um,
kind of Twitter conversations?
I
Like dramatic
like
things happening?
maybe like Twitter conversations between celebrities or
Okay.
things that are happening, but just where like one of us read one side and then we have the guest read the other.
I love it. Like we'll each bring a scene
Scene.
work. We'll call that scene work.
Okay.
The scene
Oh,
work segment. I'm gonna
we
make
need to
notes.
take this notes. Yeah, we gotta
Yeah.
take
Okay.
notes.
So if you're watching us right now, feel free to tag us in interesting Twitter drama
Hell yeah.
that you come across.
Oh, I don't need
as-
to be tagged.
Yeah,
I'll be
oh, yeah.
tagged in it.
Chloe is the
we'll
is
always
the
have
Twitter
something.
content.
Let's see. Okay, I'm making a brainstorm doc, y'all. Okay. I'm gonna call this title of document, which I'm sure will confuse everyone. Title of document. Okay. So we want to have I already forgot.
Dramatic
Scene work.
readings. Dramatic readings of Twitter.
Wait, can we do an example
Oh.
real quick?
Do you
Sure.
have
Fine.
one?
Uh
I was like, do you have one? I didn't.
well,
prepare
okay, because
anything.
I want
I
to
know.
know. I want an example so I know what to bring.
Oh my
so,
gosh. Okay.
so does it have to be a back and forth between two people? Because I can find one real quick.
I think a back and forth between two people. Like
Okay.
think of like there's the
I mean,
person
2
who
to 4
poses.
people.
There's the person who poses as like companies and they'll like have the conversation with the irate person tweeting at them as
Sure.
the company.
I think I know. So it doesn't have to be us.
No, it doesn't
It'll
have to be us.
probably be me
Probably
in
be-
some of them. But
It'll probably be you and men who think they know best in the world.
I'm like, who's a...
I mean, I think we'll come up with things.
Yeah, we'll come up with something.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
sure. We have like a week.
Okay, scene
until
work,
the next
dramatic
one.
readings, theater news, maybe.
Theater news.
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean, there
sure
might
we're
be
gonna have
news.
lots of updates with things opening.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yes. The Office, a musical parody, is reopening in a few weeks in New York. I think it's one of the first shows that's
Oh.
going to reopen with a limited house, April 4th.
Hmm.
And I just
'cause
sent y'all the link to Company is just announced.
Yes,
the
they don't
Company
have a date
revival.
yet. But-
Yeah, we have a feature request for name badges. Yeah, I have not added those yet. But
No name badges.
That's a
yeah,
good note
that-
for Tech Week.
That's a good note.
Yes.
That's a good note.
Yeah.
Thanks for the note. Yeah, they will be added on.
But
on-
in the meantime, PGF, I'll drop the handles of Adrian and
Yeah.
Lorena in the chat. I got you. What else should we do?
we didn't know what was gonna work until it actually worked. So.
Yeah, we thought this Tech Week episode would just be, what do they call it? What do they call it when you a read through?
Yeah, read through.
Okay, I'm dropping Adrian in the chat here. What other segment should we have, y'all? Oh, you're it's Adrian. That's right.
we
man.
will have our guest choice.
I mean, I
Yes.
would love it too if
Dad?
at some point maybe we did a couple weeks series on if we if we come up with some sort of fun little project that can be a crossover between the tech world and the theater world, whether
Yeah.
it's making some fun little thing to put out into the world or I don't know.
Like I mentioned it last week, but I think it would be great to try to do some kind of fundraiser for like
Yeah.
actors fun or Broadway Cares, something like that.
Yes,
And so we got to figure
absolutely.
out how what the vehicle for that's going to be.
I would love to build something that
Mhm.
could help either help performing artists get paid because been there and it's
Mhm.
hard out here, or
Mhm.
something like something that I think about a lot is we're going back into this from this Panera into the real world, and it's going to
Mhm.
take some adjusting for us to like get used to things. And I don't know if this is something for this show, but I keep thinking about how at drag shows, it's really customary to like give money, right? Like to go to
Right.
the front of the stage and give money. I was thinking there could be some kind of thing to like we don't need to build PayPal per se, but like something you
Right.
can tag in and tip with. I don't know, something like that. I feel like there's a lot of opportunities as people in
Contactless
tech,
tipping.
but I'm
Hmm.
like, how do we help empower, like, especially since things are still online? I don't know
Yeah.
how much longer things are going to be online, but like, I want to make it easier for artists to get paid. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a long time ago, whenever Venmo first came out, they had this really wonderful API, and you could like there was like webhooks, and you could make things happen based on people getting paid. And they've since removed that. And for the longest time, I've been wanting to do like things for drag queens. So whenever you tip drag queens, you could like make their tiara light up
Oh,
or
yeah,
things
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
But now we lack like the APIs that allow us to do it.
So I have one that I discovered at Alamo Draft House back when it was open. They had these pinball machines, and
Hmm.
instead of paying with money, you downloaded an app and like loaded up your card, and then if you were within range of the beacon, it would be like,
Uh-huh.
"Is this the pinball machine that you want to play?" I'll have to find what the name of that app is. I know that I kept it on my
Hmm.
phone,
Yeah.
but something like that. I love this idea, Salman. What are the pain points for performing artists and try to solve those problems? An app that I was building right before I got my first job was and actually, Lorena, you were a big inspiration for this. Even when you were just a twinkle of software engineering in your eye, um, Lori, our good friend, reached out with an idea and said, I would love to like make stage management software, like basically make it
Mhm.
easier for actors to check in. Because if you've never done a show before, all of it's done on paper, usually like the sign in and everything. So I was working on this like gamified app that instead of actors having to go to the sign in board and be like, I'm here, they could be like, the stage manager will come up to you at your dressing station and be like, Lorena, you didn't check in. And you're like, I'm here, you can see me. And they're like, no, go sign in on the board. What if it was an app? It was gamified, but also I was building in these features where you were incentivized to check in. So if you were the first person at the
Mhm.
theater and you checked in, there was like a leaderboard. So like because
Ooh.
as an actress, I was like, I don't want to sign in on like it seems like a silly
Yeah.
thing. Now I'm like, I wish I could sign in on the sign in board in
Hmm.
this theater. But I just things like that come to mind that like how can we help, especially sorry, I didn't finish. And part of this project was I'm really, really annoyed from an environmental standpoint and also just from a practical standpoint that there's no like digital template for playbills, that everything is on paper. And the reason this annoys me specifically is A, it ruins the environment, so much paper in the world. But B, when I was doing Jerry Springer the Opera with Lorena,
So much paper. But I
so much
want them.
paper.
But
Look
I
at all
want them
this.
all.
I want them all.
I
Maybe
want
it could be
all of
like,
them.
think about if this was like an optional thing where like the hardcore fans could bring home the piece of paper, but
Yeah.
everyone has a cell phone now, and elderly people who have flip phones, like we could have like paper ones available. But
Mhm.
think of how much we could significantly cut down paper usage without playbills.
Because there are so many people who don't care about those pieces of paper.
Right. I mean, you go to a theater afterwards and there's just playbills everywhere. But
Yeah.
my thought process with this was, so Lorena and I were doing Jerry Springer the Opera, and we got like halfway through the run, and like typically if you're not familiar with being an actor or an actress, typically for the show you have to write a bio for yourself that's like, Chloe Condon is thrilled to be in Streambuild the musical. When she's not an office manager
Mhm.
at PAX Labs, you may have seen her in Hairspray. Like it's your whole little, and special thanks to my boyfriend who I'm not with anymore. Like all this, is fun to go back and revisit those. But my thought process was, and the way that I was kind of like pitching this product and I was building it was I would use Lorena as an example because I was like, I had this friend and she booked a gig. She booked her dream gig as a circus clown, her first dream gig. Now she's got her second dream gig as an engineer. But I was like, wouldn't it be great if instead of just like her having to go through the rest of the show without changing her bio. Or if there's an understudy, you could just like update in the playbill that there's an understudy. So like things like that, I'm always thinking about like how can we just so much of theater is on paper. That's what I think about a lot. Scripts, everything.
You know what would be a cool element with that then is if it was all digital, but a super fan could opt to like download a PDF of that night's playbill so that then they could like print it out at home if they really wanted to have.
So they have a
the
digital
thing.
version.
And it would be, yeah, like a digital version of that night's playbill
I love that.
with any changes, any updates.
With the ads, do we want Gwyneth?
Absolutely.
I'm like, what
yeah, of
other-
course she has to be in there.
Like what?
It might be a good idea. So somebody said, ask performing artists what their
Yeah.
pain points are. It might be cool to see if any of them will come on the stream and talk to us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Taylor on the show, friend of the show, Taylor, previously of Broadway's
Yeah.
Jersey Boys. I'd love to get like I think I would love and I'm sure y'all agree. I think we can extend performers to drag performers as well. I would love to. Maybe we can get Analytical on the show. Maybe we can get Jake
Maybe.
Fury on the show.
Maybe.
Yes.
Cassie Do on the show.
Also, this just popped into my head, something that we could do at least I feel like for the foreseeable future, there's still going to be a lot of digital content. So if we run across interesting things or get tagged in interesting projects that people could buy a ticket for and support digitally, that we can make sure we shout out interesting and cool, spotlight digital performances that are happening that people can support, either if it's free and you pay what you can, or even if it has a ticket, a set ticket fee attached, because that ticket fee is going straight to the artists and straight to keeping theater alive. I'm very excited to have a job in a big way, so that like when I go to those things that are pay what you can, that I can actually pay something, because I'm not unemployed now.
When I tell you, like, I felt, having been a performer my entire life, I'm 31 years old. When I got a job in tech and I could afford a theater subscription, I felt like the wealthiest woman in the world.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I can support the arts now. Like, I never understood. I was like, what kind of idiot would buy tickets in advance? And I was like, oh, an idiot who wants to support the arts and have flexibility and commit and donate to a theater. If you ever have the opportunity or the means to become a subscriber at a theater that you appreciate.
I actually just last week, before I had a job, but I got a subscription request call from MCC here in New York, because I had seen the last show that they did before the pandemic started, which is called All the Natalie Portmans. It was by a queer author about queer characters. And they called me up to beg for a lot more money than I had to give. And I was like, cannot give you $1,500. And they were like, what about $150? You'll get a ticket for each of the 2 shows that we have planned for 21 or 22, whenever things happen. These are the 2 shows. This is the description. One of them is also supporting queer arts. And I was like, sold. I can give you some of my unemployment for $150 and some theater tickets. So subscribe to theater.
If I had the applause sound effect.
So, aside for the applause sound effect, but you have a Stream Deck, right?
I do.
So did you know you can turn that into a sound effect? Like you can add sound effect buttons onto it.
I do.
And
I've just not done it.
Girl, we're gonna have to have a session where we like finish setting this stuff
We'll
up.
live code that.
Yeah.
Tech
We'll
Week
do
part
that
2.
next week.
Yeah, but what we can do is like we just need to figure out a way to like add your StreamYard sound in with your mic sound, and then you'll be able to hit the buttons and make the noises.
I feel like we're 3 engineers. We can figure that out. It's OBS, but I feel like we can figure it out.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the figuring out that's the problem. It's the finding the time to
logistic.
actually do it.
Yeah. Okay. I have written down scene work / dramatic readings, theater news, guests. We should call those support. No, we'll think of a creative name, co-stars or something. Questions. We'll do like favorite musical, stuff like that. Stream bill spotlight. I'm gonna set up my Stream Deck. I'm trying to think. What else? What other seggies do we need? Should we do a musical of the week? Should we have a theme each week with like a different musical?
Somebody else has got to be in charge of that. I have to like finish writing. I have to finish making these like streams because like if we did this, hold on. This is what sharing a screen looks like right now.
Ah, yes.
So exciting.
Yeah, and then we have like I don't even think I've done this. Okay, so like this one, it's not even done, but there's room for a guest.
Yay! Yeah.
What if every week we each
Whoa.
okay, how about this? We
Yeah,
each bring in a thing
perfect.
every week. So like what if I brought in some musical theater history to share?
Okay.
And then Adrian, you can bring in what would you want to share? Is there like a segment that you would want to do weekly or a thing? Or
Oh,
I mean, you're
man, I don't
doing
know.
everything. So let's see. A trivia? No. I'm trying to think like what would be fun for all of us to like share with the class. You know what I
I
mean?
don't know.
We'll have to marinate. We'll marinate. Tell us in the chat what you think. What should we do on this musical show? Should we give each other well, no. I was gonna say we could give each other homework each week to listen to a musical, but that's a lot. That's asking a lot.
That's a lot.
I mean,
Yeah,
to
we
just
could- I
listen
mean,
to a cast album at some point in the week. There's nothing saying
Yeah.
you have to listen to it
Live
multiple
singing.
times.
live
Solomon says
singing.
live singing. We could maybe take some requests here
I
and
mean,
there.
Chloe does that a lot anyway. If you just
do.
want one line at a time.
Um,
We gotta do our warm ups.
Yeah, I haven't sang anything pretending to be nearing professional since 2010 when Chloe and I did theater together. So
I haven't done theater since like 2004. So
My boyfriend always makes fun of me because he's like, when I started dating you, I thought, wow, this beautiful songbird's gonna sing beautiful music all the time. In reality, I'm just like, I'm making a sandwich. It's Monday, yeah, like this elegant lady. Bye, PJF. Thanks for coming. Yeah, we will be singing each episode, I'm sure. Okay, I think it's also gonna come to us throughout the week.
yeah,
Like this
this
is Tech Week, so like
Yes.
this is where all the discovery happens.
and next week might be Tech Week too. We don't know.
Yeah. Well, Tech Week technically is a whole week, so we could have 7 whole.
I was
Tech
like, I
Week
gotta get our
episode.
name tags up, or
Yeah.
our lower thirds.
I'm gonna redo these stream bills so there's like a swash of paint behind
Mhm.
title of stream so that it shows up
It actually
even
shows up.
if you're me and you have Buffy the Vampire Slayer on your wall behind you.
Or me. Hold on. Yeah. What's up?
I love it.
Yours shows up. You're the only one, Chloe.
Yeah.
Should I have all this crazy obscure musical theater trivia knowledge. Should I bring like a weird random fact each show?
Yes,
You can.
Okay.
absolutely.
I don't want to brag or anything, but on my stream with PJ last week, not a Broadway fact, but Broadway adjacent, because it was Joey Fatone who was in the revival of Rent, in the original cast of Rent, he took over as Mark. I spouted out some
Doesn't
trivia
seem so
last
original.
week about NSYNC, and he cut his leg open during a performance, and all the fat fell out of his leg, and then he kept it in a jar. And we proved that this was real and not something that I heard from someone in 5th grade. So I'm here for all of the random trivia that I can share with everyone. So I'll do a history segment.
Okay.
Nothing too gory.
Nothing too gory. It'll be
Yeah.
stuff like, I don't want to give any of it away. It'll be fun stuff. Yeah. That emoji for sure. Okay, what
Oh,
else?
I might
what
have
else
to.
do
I
we
might have
want?
to redo the stream to be 720, so that way we don't have weird like resize issues.
We can do
What,
that.
what other things are intermissions? We could take an intermission during this show, like halfway through.
Everybody can go buy their sippy cup of
5-minute break.
wine.
Yeah.
and merch.
Yeah,
the
we can do an
bathroom.
intermission and then come back with wine.
Oh yeah, and then people can go get their merch.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess
From our
it is like 3:00 in the afternoon for Chloe though, so maybe we don't get wine. I
It's
don't know.
How do you know she
4:38
doesn't have
now.
it?
Okay.
It's like, how do you know she doesn't have it right now?
That's true. That
I
could be
mean-
what's in this cup, not coffee. That's not a bad idea.
This
To be
is
drinking
Zen
coffee at
gel.
7:38 in the
No
evening.
white Zen.
A white clear
I don't
Zen.
have anything. We can pretend this candle is something.
Would you light this
smells good.
candle? Okay, I'm gonna bring the history.
Yep.
Mhm.
We could have my dad on an episode, maybe, if we can get him to get on an episode. We'd have to figure out how to do
Can you
would have-
teach
yeah,
him
you-
enough about tech to get him in this virtual room?
it. No.
Or will he just have
but
to come to your house and sit
mean,
at your stream
we're
bill
both
with you?
vaccinated now, so maybe there'll be a Sacramento episode where Frank Condon can share
Well,
things.
hopefully,
actually,
hopefully the links work. So like we could send him the guest link, and it should.
oh,
just, he
that's
shouldn't
very
do
very
too
sweet
much.
that you think he could figure that out.
That he could click on a link and open a web browser.
But
Mm,
my dad did a touring musical called Rap Master Ronnie. That was a rap musical pre-Hamilton about Ronald Reagan that toured.
Oh, wow.
It played in San Francisco for a while. I think it played in LA for a while. And he loves to share the fact that year was he got audited in his taxes, and he thinks it's because he did a musical about Ronald Reagan. But he can come and talk about that. And actually, my dad has some really interesting stories about. He worked with not worked with, but like he was in the LA theater scene around the time that like Steven Schwartz was coming up, and like
Ooh.
interesting time. We could get some
fancy.
trivia from Frank.
Trivia from Frank.
What else do we want on the show? Any other ideas, y'all?
I don't know. I mean, that's a lot
That's a
of
lot.
stuff. I mean, I guess not everything will happen every episode. Like we might not necessarily be
Yeah.
building a project every episode, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about the questions we want to ask our guests? I have
Games.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
I
favorite
mean, what's your
musical?
favorite musical?
Hmm.
Ooh, games would be
I might
fun.
be able to. I might be able to build some games in.
Actually,
but, like,
Adrian,
let's not push it.
Okay.
I have a lot to do.
I have an idea
There's no
for a
chat
game.
on here.
I have an idea for a game that won't
Okay.
require that much. Well, I can help figure this out. So we played a game. I went to a performing arts high school, very much like Fame,
Okay.
and we used to play this game in my history class where our teacher would play like the first couple seconds for a song, and we'd have to like guess what the song was. And I would
Uh-huh.
never participate because I didn't know any of the like pop culture, like pop stuff going on at the time. But I said, if you do one with Broadway musicals, I promise that I will dominate this. And he was like, okay. And
Yeah.
I kid you not that I got every single one within 2 seconds. Like I'm a weird savant like that. So
Yeah.
what I'm thinking is if we just put together a playlist of Broadway musicals, maybe we can ask a third party to put it together.
Oh.
We could play it, and we would only play. We can
the
we can get away
7
with it because
seconds
it's
or
like
whatever we're allowed to do.
3 to 5 second clips, and usually in a musical, it's like. Like it's never anybody singing. It's always like an interlude, like, if only I could go over the rainbow. And it's like, okay, somewhere over the rainbow or something.
Yeah.
But that could be something that we play. Or one of us
Yeah.
brings the playlist and tries to stump the other two by playing like the first couple seconds. And we don't have to display the song on the board because then the people at home can guess along.
Right. Yeah.
I like
We
that.
could, we could also see about getting Ellen Marie Marsh to come do a session of Broadway trivia because she does that with the ensembles. At least in the before time, over at the Treadwell, by where I live.
I'll have to find them, but my business cards when I first started out when I was just a twinkle in a software engineering eye. That's my new thing, Lorena. My business card said, "Hire me if you want to win your team offsite karaoke contest or Broadway trivia contest." I don't remember which one, but I'll have to find those business cards.
Nice.
Nice.
Also, as far as triviaists, because I used to go to play Buffy trivia every month
Mhm.
with my Buffy friends in New York. And let me tell you, we played every single month in the 18 months before the pandemic. And we only came in second place 3 times, and the rest of the times we won.
Look
But
at
anyway, so
you.
at some point in that time, I ended up becoming Facebook friends with the Buffy trivia host, who is also a musical theater person and also runs Buffy trivia for the big New York trivia company. So I bet we
love
could get
that.
her in to do some Broadway trivia for us
Yeah,
at
that
some
sounds
point.
like fun. Yeah.
So my homework is I'm going to work on the logistics for this song trivia game.
Mhm.
And I'm going to work on the guest questions. So far I have favorite musical, favorite show you worked on, least favorite show, favorite composer. I'm thinking things along those lines. We'll have like 10 of them. It'll be kind of rapid fire /
Yeah.
we'll go on tangents. Stream Bill Spotlight. History segment from moi. I'm gonna get really nerdy with it too, y'all. I'm gonna make like a
Please
PowerPoint.
do.
I'm gonna be like Sondheim. Ever heard of him? Like a
No,
presentation.
never heard of him. I don't know him.
Games which involve lying. Since you're all great actors, I want to see how well you can all lie. Ooh, we could do 2 truths and a lie, but we might run out of. Wait, let's do one right now. Should we do 2
Okay.
truths and a lie?
Okay. Oh
I hate
man.
these.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Let's think. Let's think. You got to think of your truth, but don't do the truth. You have to mix it up.
Truths and
Uh,
lie.
I know it's hard.
2 truths and a lie. Hold on. I'm going to write mine down so I remember them. Okay, hold on. It's hard to think of the lie. That one's the
know.
hardest.
I'm just gonna keep them all in the same theme, and then y'all can figure out which one, or you guys can guess which one's the lie. I feel like that's the safest way to do it. 3 things of similar theme, and 2 of them are true. That's the tactic I'm choosing today.
Okay, I'm writing mine down. I have to think of my lie. It's hard to think of a convincing lie. Okay, do you guys have yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me go last.
Okay. I think I have. Do you have yours, Lorena?
Yes.
Okay. You go first. Lorena goes first.
Okay. I've performed on Saturday Night Live. I've performed on Conan O'Brien. I've performed on the James Corden Show.
Okay.
Please tell me the lie is James Corden show.
Wait, what were the other 2? It was SNL,
Saturday
James
Night Live.
Corden, Conan?
Yeah.
I'm going to say the lie is Corden? What do you think, Adrian?
I hope it's Corden. I don't know.
Wait, why?
Talk to me once you've watched Prom. The Prom.
Oh, yes. Right. Okay.
Do we all go now, or do I reveal my answer now?
You reveal.
Okay, the lie is Conan O'Brien.
Oh,
Okay,
Okay.
wait. Give us the context of the other
Okay.
2.
So, I mean, they're all circus related, and the circus did perform on Conan O'Brien, but I did not get to be a part of it.
Okay.
So the clowns and, well, the circus as a whole, but the clowns got the biggest part of it. We were in a Kyle Mooney sketch for Saturday Night Live while we were performing in Brooklyn at the Barclays Center. He came out and did a segment where he was like a student reporter and like interviewing people at the circus, and he interviewed like audience people, and then he interviewed performers also. But it was this weird situation where for us it was very difficult because we couldn't hear anything he was saying because all he did was mumble. But then when it came out on Saturday Night Live, because he had this mic that was picking up his really quiet, whispery mumblings, you can hear his questions completely clearly on the sketch. And so everybody he's interviewing looks really confused and stupid because we really, in reality, couldn't hear anything he was asking us. And we're very confused.
Behind the curtain.
Yeah. And then we were on the James Corden show like within the first 3 months of it being on the air. On late night or late. He's the late, whatever he is. And he did this whole segment where he had the new Apple Watch, and there was like a circus button on his Apple Watch. And every time he pressed the circus button, something happened. So I was in like the opening monologue segment, but then circus stuff happened throughout the whole episode, like going in and out of commercials.
Oh my gosh.
So I got to like hide behind James Corden's desk for like 2 hours, like this back there in the dust with all the lights, like while he practices opening monologue until it would get to the point where he was like, what happens if I press the circus button? And then me and my friend Chase would like pop up and like jump out from behind his desk and like lead him out into the middle of the stage and like lay him down on the floor, and then a BMX rider would like jump over him.
Oh my god, you're the most famous out of all of us.
No. I just have touched James Corden.
I mean, Adrian is not happy about this.
I like him, but I don't like him in the prom. Like, in general, I like him, but he should not have been in the prom just because he was a quirky fat man. They should have hired somebody gay to do that role.
Yeah. I've not seen it yet, y'all, but I think that's what's keeping me from watching it, honestly. Okay, Adrian, are you ready? Or should I go?
You can go.
Me?
I'm still
Okay.
thinking.
I was fact checking one of my
I
One
don't
of
know
my
if it was
names.
a lie or not.
I was like, wait, did this actually happen? No, Adrian, you go.
Oh God, I don't even know what I'm so bad at these.
Oh wait, I'm gonna change one of mine. Do you guys watch Degrassi?
No, never
good.
seen it.
I won't use that one. I won't use that truth. I'm trying to make mine musical themed. So like I've got performing themed, I guess.
Okay, I'll do that. Okay. So in high school, I was Linus and You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown.
Okay.
In college, I was the leader of the McLeod clan in Brigadoon, and I also did the bishop in Jekyll and Hyde.
Mm.
Okay. I feel like I can see you as a Linus. So I'm gonna say that's a truth.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Lorena?
I'm voting that number 2 is the lie, that you were the leader of the McLeod clan in Brigadoon.
I think
That's
that
your
one's
lie.
true. That's very specific.
It is, but that's the one I'm going with, and I have my reasons.
Okay. I think the other truth is the Brigadoon one. So I think the bishop is the lie.
The bishop's a lie.
Oh.
I was just a rich townsfolk.
Okay.
I thought that it was too real, that perhaps you just couldn't remember the name of this random small character
Well, I
that
was
you
like, it's not a
played.
pope. I'm not even sure if he's the bishop. Like, I know he's like some priesty guy, but
Because I knew you were in both of those shows, so I was like, but which character
yeah, I was
is
in
the
all
lie?
of the shows that I mentioned.
Yeah. I knew the 2 college ones because we've talked about that. So I was like,
Mm.
so one of those characters is a lie. Which character?
Okay. I'll go now. Okay. Here are my 2 truths and a lie in no particular order. My first one is I saw a musical once with Fred Savage restart. I saw a musical once with Ben Savage and Christian Slater in it. I have played Annie 2 times. And I once played Ron Howard's dad's mom, so Ron Howard's mom, in a commercial.
Oh man.
That does like Ron Howard is way older than us.
That's true.
Oh man, I don't know.
I mean, why would you play Annie twice? That's another thing.
I mean, my hair is
mean,
red.
Your hair's not naturally red, Miss Chloe Condon.
And then my other one was I've seen Fred Savage and Christian Slater in a musical together at the same
I
time.
don't even know what ones they've been in. So
Or sorry, Ben Savage.
Yeah.
I said Ben Savage.
I'm going to go with number 2, that you've played Annie twice.
I'm gonna go with that one as well.
Okay, you're right. I've only played Pepper, which is not even, and I was 16 when I played it, and that's
Well, that's
not
the
even
age
oldest
you're
role
supposed
I've
to be when you play Pepper, because Pepper is the big old bully. So you got to be
Oh, no,
taller
sorry.
than all.
I would like to apologize. Corrections and Admissions Department. I played July. I should have
Okay.
played Pepper.
But you didn't.
I was playing July, and I was way too old to be in. I drove myself to rehearsal. Yes, I did see Christian Slater and Ben Savage in a musical in Los Angeles. It was called Dr. Needle, and it was weird. Very relevant to our times now, Dr. Needle. And I played Ron Howard's mom I will drop the link on Twitter. But I got a phone call out of the blue. So, Lorena, throwback to when I got my first tech job. Out of the blue, I got this email that was like, hey, would you be interested in doing this like industrial commercial thing? And I was like, I think these people have the wrong email. I haven't auditioned for anything in years. And it turned out that some director that I had auditioned for like a Hewlett Packard commercial for in the past that I did not book kept my resume on file. And it was such a dream because he called me, or I should say the casting agent was like, hey, would you be interested in doing this? And I was like, absolutely. And I didn't have an agent, so I got like all the money, which was great. But when they said, do you have a current photo? Because we have this photo from you from like, this is like 4 years ago. And I sent them my current headshot and they said, oh, okay, would you mind eating a little bit between now and the next 4 weeks? You could like gain a little bit of weight just so you can match like what this picture looks like. Because what was happening was Ron Howard's real life dad was the actor in this scene. And I was playing, so like it was basically this ad for this like AR VR thing where he could hold something up and see like his deceased wife like in her youth, like gardening and like waving at the camera. And I was the hologram. But like when I was filming this, I did not know. And I was like, who is this man? And it turned out it was Ron Howard's dad. And I was playing Ron Howard's mother. So if you look at this footage, it's like this elderly man and he's like, I miss my wife every day. And then a robot comes up, which was not on set, did not know this robot was there. And it's like, Cookie helps me with my daily tasks. And like, how are you feeling today? And it's like, I miss my wife every day. And he holds up the screen and I'm in the garden and I'm like, hi. I did not know what was happening when this is being filmed. So I'll share that on Twitter later.
Oh my goodness.
I really, really miss going to random television sets and them being like, a robot was here earlier. Did you see it? And me being like, what? Yeah. I have not played Annie twice, unfortunately.
I mean, I thought maybe you'd like played her like 4 times. I was like, I don't know.
I wish I could have played Annie. I was called back
Me
for Annie
too.
once. Never got to do it. Once a orphan, never an Annie.
I was never even in Annie. I've never been in it at all. I was like, I was too nervous about auditions when I was an age to have been an orphan. And then, yeah. And then, I don't know, my baby face kept me from getting cast in adult roles.
Do you remember what your first musical was, y'all?
That I was in or that I saw?
You were in. I was in Wizard of Oz as the Lullaby League. And I was very upset I didn't get cast as Dorothy. And my mom was like, this is an age 8 through 16 summer camp and you're 4 and you're not even supposed to be in this camp, and the fact that you think you're going to get Dorothy is wild. And because I completely have had a spite-driven career my entire life, I did this show at age 4 and kept doing theater with that theater company until they did Wizard of Oz again when I was in middle school so I could play Dorothy. Spite-driven career.
Oh, yes.
Make your dreams happen. Do you remember what yours was, Adrian?
I believe it was How to Eat Like a Child and Other Ways of Not Being Grown Up.
I was in that show too.
I did the dog, so I'm like, oh my gosh, is that a dog? Yes, that's a dog. Whose dog is it?
I don't remember what part I did, but I was definitely in that show.
Yeah.
So technically the first show that I was in was a musical that I wrote myself at age 7 about parakeets who escape from their cage to form a punk rock band.
Lorena, that's what we're reading on the show.
Yeah,
that's the reading we're doing.
Please find that script.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was all mostly improvised.
I'm sorry, you're going to have to write it down, okay?
Yeah,
because an oral history is not good enough.
All I remember is that
we need
me
some
and
memory regression.
me and a few friends did it. I made all of our instruments myself out of cardboard and magic markers.
Mm-hmm.
And I made us I wanted us to have like high ponytails. And I made those out of cardboard also and attached
what was
them
the theme
to
of it again?
headbands. We were parakeets who escaped
Parakeets.
from our cage to start a punk rock band.
Oh my God.
I don't think I even knew what punk rock was. at age
You
7.
knew enough.
Yeah.
Wait,
Uh,
do you guys remember Poochies and Meowchies? They were the little robotic toys that okay, I have to send you a link. So as if you know me, you know I'm obsessed with like 90s nostalgia toy things as I look around and see them all around me. I recently tweeted this image of a Poochie or a Meowchie, which were these little like robot toys that like they would come with a bone or like a little fish. They'd be like ruff, ruff. They literally did nothing except for like bark. They just looked really futuristic. But a pal of mine on Twitter recently tagged me, Lorena, in this very steampunk looking parakeet question mark that's like a robot parakeet.
cool.
So I feel like we already have our props in line for this staged reading that we're gonna do.
But yeah, if we don't count that though, I think How Do You Lick a Child probably was the first show that I was in, because I was in that in either 3rd or 4th grade. It was an after-school theater arts program at my school, and that's the show that they were doing. So
I feel left out. I've never been in this show.
I really
I'm
don't
surprised
remember
other
it.
people. I'm surprised other people know it whenever I say it. Because
I don't remember anything about it, but I was definitely in it. I remember, so that was like the fall musical in this after school program, and the spring musical had a lot less signups for whatever reason, and we did You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown.
Oh, joke's on them. That's
that was
a
my
great
senior.
musical.
That was my senior high school. Yeah.
And that was the only time I've ever been in that show, which is another show that I love.
Who are you?
I was Patty. This is before it was off Broadway with Kristen Chenoweth, and they rewrote the role of Patty to be Sally.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm not sure.
Because when it was
We
originally
did the original.
when it
I
was
did.
originally
Yeah.
off Broadway in the 70s, I think, Sally was not even a character that existed in the comic strip yet.
Because in Snoopy,
Here's
Which-
theater trivia.
Snoopy is one of the only musicals that has, I believe, 6 exclamation points in the title, like canonically. So, like, technically, when you say it, much like Oklahoma, you're supposed to be like, Snoopy! But I did that at 42nd Street Moon, and I played Sally in that. But Peppermint Patty is a character in Snoopy, and she has one of the best songs in the show, which is Hurry Up Face, which is one of my
Yeah.
favorite musical theater songs.
Also, You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. It's not Peppermint Patty, it's Patty, who is a
Interesting.
character. Patty and Violet existed prior to Lucy. Lucy ended up phasing out Patty and Violet because she was like a bigger bossy pants than either of them, and they kind of became obsolete characters once Lucy hit the scene. So they ended up getting phased out. So
Aren't you from that area too, Lorena?
Yeah,
No,
I
that's
am.
Petaluma area.
Yeah, Santa Rosa is where Charles Schultz lived for most of his adult life and most of the time that he was creating the Peanuts Gallery. So there's a big museum in the town next to my hometown.
Linus has a lyric in Snoopy that I think it's when he's talking about the Great Pumpkin is coming, and there's this lyric where like no other musical would ever say this, but it's like, or maybe he's flying over Petaluma, and it's like, what musical is someone singing the word Petaluma except
That
for
That one.
Snoopy?
The worst part about playing Linus in You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown was the book report, like the Peter Rabbit.
A book
Ugh.
report on
Because
Peter
Linus does like a
Rabbit.
psychological profile of the book, and I had to
Yes.
memorize all of that. And I'm
Yeah.
like, but I'm reading it off of paper. Can I have something on the paper? Because like this is a lot.
No.
So in Snoopy,
Nope.
it's Edgar Allan Poe, where it's like, he's gonna ask me something on Edgar Allan Poe. I know it, I just know it, and it's like Edgar Allan, American poet, and Linus has to do like all of the
The same stuff.
biographical info.
Yeah,
This is niche
was-
content.
it was nuts. I remember our Charlie Brown was tone deaf.
Oh no.
Oh.
I had a
So
tone
it
deaf
was-
Warbucks once in Annie Jr. and it was
Yeah.
wild. Hate to see it.
Mhm.
That's painful.
Shout out to every straight guy who ever has gotten cast in a musical just for being there.
Yeah.
Shout
Lucky
out.
you.
Must be nice.
Something dropped. What is
I
it?
used to say a joke in one of my talks that I used to give about making a transition from theater to tech that said, great news for any white men in the audience, if you're looking to get a job in musical theater, you just have to walk into the audition and you're immediately cast.
Yep.
It's so true, though. It's the opposite. So many women in musical theater, not so many women in tech, which is why we got to get all these musical theater people interested in this show, y'all. We're going to change some lives. We're going
That
to
happened.
bring the theater people to tech and the tech people to theater. That's the
That's
goal
right.
of the show. Okay,
We should probably wrap
What do y'all-
up.
we're going to wrap it up.
I was
we
like,
need
we need to wrap it
what
up.
is it?
I need to eat. I need to eat dinner.
Yeah, I need to do that sometime.
What is it
too.
called at there's the overture and the entr'acte? No, that's going into
Uh,
the intermission.
It's time for the curtain call.
Curtain call. We need curtain. I'll work on
Reprise
a
the theme
curtain
song
call.
and roll the credits.
If I give you an MP4 video thing that I make in
Yeah.
Canva? Okay, sweet.
Mhm.
I'll make the outro. How's everybody feeling? How are we
I feel
feeling?
good.
This is a good
Hungry.
first day of tech.
Yeah, I think we're getting there. I'm happy with the way the scenes that we currently have came out. I need to create some more.
And now that you taught me about OBS, oh, I guess I can't really create them because they have to be in your OBS.
Yeah, I don't really.
I was like, I
wish
can
we could-
create some and share them. No, I can't. But if you need any other elements, let me
Yeah.
know.
I have a feature request.
What's that?
I'll add to the notes in the list. I feel like we need an overlay or a StreamYard thing Stream Deck thing that I'll build. That's like an and scene. You know, like that. Like you could rant
yeah.
about something and you're like, I'm really annoyed at this. Blah blah blah. And scene. That could be a thing, maybe hypothetically. Okay, y'all.
I can make
This
all
has been
kinds of different
great.
overlays if it will work.
How do we end the show?
I can put it back to I can transition us to the title, and then you have to end the show on your side.
Okay, it's Tech Week. We're gonna see how this works.
All right.
All right, so I'll transition us out to our title screen.
Okay, everybody high five Adrian. Wait.
Wait, wait. Okay, ready?
One.
Oh.
Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3. I feel like that worked.
We did it.
Okay. I'm going to end the broadcast. This has been Tech Week #1. We will see you next week. I'm gonna figure out how to turn off StreamYard. Okay, so Adrian, call cues like a
Okay.
stage manager.
I'm gonna transition to the title. That's going to take us off voice, and then you can end when you please.
All right, I am ready for the cue.
All right, transitioning now.